It's nothing, I got caught in the rain today, so it got my bandages all wet. Makes it a little hard for upkeep, but I'm alright. No, really, I'm fine. I suppose it'll just take a while for them to dry. But how are you? You seem to be extra busy today. Oh, I told you they've been working you too hard. Yes, they have. In my opinion, anyways. Back in my day, I had so much power I could pretty much command anything. Other than scaring a few people every now and again, I'm basically useless. Well, I do have a few powers at my disposal, but nothing that could help you in this particular circumstance. I wish I could do more. Just being here is enough. That's very sweet. But I still think I can do something. Maybe tomorrow when your boss enters his car, he'll find it filled with sand. Now how it got there is a complete mystery, but it's there nonetheless. What? No. It wouldn't be me. Just call it a mummy intuition. And besides, it's the Halloween season, isn't it? Don't you call it a trick or treat? I don't really think he deserves a treat, now do you? Besides, I really haven't used my abilities in quite some time. Should probably make use of them. Make sure I keep practicing. I'd be ashamed to waste the gifts I've been given in the afterlife. Well, I guess this isn't the afterlife, but it's definitely after the life that I previously lived. Oh, you don't have to thank me. I just like looking after you. Because, I don't know, sometimes I do feel a little bit useless at times. In my previous life, I had so much influence. I was able to do so many things. I mean, I was no pharaoh, but I was definitely high enough in status where I was mummified. But now my life is so mundane. And I can't bring you all the riches that I used to, that I would have been able to back when I was alive, so to speak. Now all I can offer is just this. And I know that is all you say you ever want. But you always want to provide for the one that you love. And I feel like before I could have provided so much more. A grand temple, ornate gold and jewels, riches and so many things alike. I just think that you deserve so much more than what we have now. And I wish I could have given it to you back when I was alive. You truly are too sweet. I wish I knew you in my previous life as well. I would have spoiled you. I spoil you now. I don't know about that one. All right. That is true. I do try to take care of you as much as I can. Yes, and I also did give you that ring from my tomb. I really had no use for it. I'm not really even sure why it was placed in there. Probably some relative wanted me to have it when I passed on. And I do. And now I actually do have a use for it. Because I gave it to you. And you know, now that I look closer at it, I actually think this came from one of my scribes. I had a few. Not many, but a few. If I'm correct about this, I believe this ring came from an older gentleman. And by older, I mean in his 40s. Age was a lot different back then. But I think that was his. He always looked out for me, like a father. I think he'd really want you to have it. To know that I'd always have someone by my side. Someone who looks out for me. Someone like you. Well, I'm glad you're honored to have it. Because I'm honored to give it to you. What's the hug for? No, I love you too. You're my precious honey. And I'm your what? Precious mummy. Are you quite sure you said mummy? Well, if I'm not that mistaken, I thought perhaps you said something else. Are you sure perhaps that you didn't mistakenly call me mommy instead? No need to get so embarrassed or flustered. The two words do sound very much alike. All right. Perhaps I was mistaken. But either way, you gave me a good laugh. A good laugh at such a tender moment. I shall cherish it nonetheless. But fine. I suppose then I'm your precious mummy. If that is what you did say. Because if you didn't... All right, I somewhat believe you. Oh, don't be so embarrassed. It's not like I'm gonna tease you about it all week. Fine, just for a few days. It is quite funny, you know. I have actually picked up on the most recent lingo. A few years ago, I really wouldn't have understood why this would be so funny, but now I do. But all right, that's enough. You can take your hands away from your face now. Why? Well, for starters, because I want to see your face. And secondly, because your mummy commands it. As I said, I wasn't a pharaoh, but I still had a lot of influence. I made a lot of direct orders, so I really wasn't used to people saying no to me, and I'm not going to start now. There, that's better. Now I can see your beautiful face. And it is indeed beautiful. And I will not embarrass you, I promise. I found the mistake rather charming. And funny. And cute all at the same time. Now, what do you say we go have a relaxing evening? You had a really long day at work, and I think it's about time you wind down. We can, I don't know, maybe cuddle on the couch and watch The Mummy. Or whatever, really. I really don't mind. Oh, but perhaps maybe a few extra blankets. I'm a little chilled because my bandages are still kind of, well, damp from the rain. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you will keep me warm. I'm so glad I can always find comfort in you. You're always by my side. And I will always be beside yours. Through now and whatever comes after. For my love for you is always eternal.